Okay, so this animation, this is why you pulled for Hiyuki. But here's the thing, if you're just slapping around random Glacio echoes on her, calling it a build, you are leaving so much damage on the table. I spent way too long testing this, so you don't have to. This is the full Hiyuki guide. Weapons, echoes, teams, rotations, everything. This will be a part of a series I'll be calling Blueprint Wednesdays. Hope you guys enjoy, and let's start with the build. Hiyuki is WuWa's first dedicated Glacio Chief DPS. And that actually matters a lot for team building, which I'll get to in a second. Her whole kit revolves around two forms. In present self, you're doing normal rotations, basic attacks, and skills, building up what's called dedication. Once dedication is full, she shifts into Proclaimed Self, and that's where her real damage kicks in. Enhanced abilities, new animations, and the time stop finisher you just saw. And that's a massive chunk of her burst damage. On top of that, team-wide 20% Glacio damage amplification against debuffed targets. She's not just a DPS, she is lifting the whole team. The catch is, her present self-resonance liberation costs 0 energy. That's an anniversary level gift from Kuro, but mastering the II stance counter is what separates good Hiyuki from a great Hiyuki. Okay, now let's talk about the weapon. The best in slot will always be her signature weapon, Frostbird. The thing is made for her. 12% attack bonus, 28% Glacio damage. When she applies Glacio Chafe, her liberation ignores 10% of enemy defense, and it amplifies her Glacio Chafe damage by 20% for 6 seconds while she's on the field. I mean, that is genuinely insane. But this is important. The gap between Frostborn and Red Spring is actually smaller than the gap between S0 and S2 Hiyuki. So if you're choosing between the Sig or getting her first sequence, prioritize the sequence. Now for the F2P weapons, Dauntless Everblade. Yes, I know it's a 4-star weapon, and she genuinely clears endgame content with it. So don't let anybody tell you that Hiyuki is a whale-only character. You can be absolutely F2P, and I will show you an F2B team later down the line. Now for echoes. Echoes are where a lot of people mess up, so pay attention. Best in slot set, Wishes of Quiet Snowfall, 5-piece. This is a brand new set added in 3.3, literally designed for her. Now for the echo layout, for your cost 4 main stats, crit damage, always crit damage. For your cost 3 main stats, one Glacio and the other should be attack percent. Now substats priority, always go for crit rate, then crit damage, attack percent, and then flat attack whenever you can as a filler. Aim for around 70% crit rate and 200% plus crit damage. But someone may ask, but wait, I'm new to the game and I just got you. I cannot farm this echo. What can I do? Well, just pick any Glacio damage set you have and she will still function. The numbers just won't be as clean. Don't delay leveling her up though, she's waiting for the perfect echo. And now for the team. Team building is Hiyuki's biggest discussion point right now because Glacio Chafe as a mechanic is still fairly new. The meta team in my opinion would be Hiyuki, Chisa, and Lynae. Chisa handles sub DPS and helps her set up the Glacio Chafe attacks. Lynae provides buff that stacks with Hiyuki's existent amplification. This is top end team. If you have both, run this. Now for the mid-budget team, if you don't have Lynae, you can have Hiyuki, Mornay, and Chisa. Solid clearing team for Town of Adversity and Whimpering Wastes. Now for the full F2P team, and yes, this actually works, you have two choices. You have Hiyuki, Yang Yang, and Mornay, or you can go with Hiyuki, Yang Yang, and Virino. I know Yang Yang feels like a launched character we just benched when we got our first 5-star, but pull her back out. This team clears all the endgame content. It's slower, but it works. Don't feel like you need to pull Chisa or Lynae just to make Hiyuki function. The key rule for any Hiyuki team, her 20% team Glacio damage buff means you want everybody dealing Glacio if possible. Don't put an off element DPS in her team, you're just wasting the buffs. Okay, now for the rotation. Okay, this section might feel complicated, but I will try to simplify it as much as I can. The basic rotation would feel like support coming in, apply all your buff, then swap to Hiyuki, basic attack to build up the dedication, resonance skills. When dedication is full, activate the ultimate or resonance liberation. After entering the Proclaimed Self, burn your enhanced abilities, frostbind detonations, and then swap back to your characters and repeat. The liberation in present self costs 0 energy. That is huge. You can pretty much cycle through the entire burst faster than any other DPS in the game right now. Against bosses with predictable patterns, the big telegraph slams, the charged attacks, This is pretty much free damage against groups. You can either counter the biggest threat or release early to keep the rotation moving. Mastering this is the difference between Hiyuki's feeling like a 6 out of 10 and the 9 out of 10, and the numbers are in the counters. So yeah, my verdict is Hiyuki actually worth pulling at S0? Genuinely, yes. Especially at this moment after the anniversary and we get all the free pulls, you can either wait for her rerun or you can get her actual Glacio support when that one comes out.
Oh, mama!
So she ages very well. And we cannot deny the full claimed self-transformation is one of the most visually impressive ultimates in the game right now. And it is true. So that was the full Hiyuki blueprint. Frostbird or Dauntless Everblade wishes off the Quiet Snowfall 5-piece, Chisa Lynae, maybe even more if you have her, and practice the AI stand counter. It's free damage. So if this helped, the subscribe button is right here. I drop a blueprint every single Wednesday, and I've got other character guides coming in the works too. And if you want to see Hiyuki actually in action, I play all through 3.3 on this channel. Link is on the screen, and see you guys in the next one. Love you guys.